How did you find a way to run from the city of the sun? You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. And I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New. Yeah.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is June 9th, 2025. It is 1:14 a.m. I was gonna create one long recording for PYTE in Sussex, but then I realized I was getting some good positive tweets, so I'm gonna split them into two different videos. One will be on here, PYTE, and the rest, I don't know, I'll record as much as I can until I get tired, and I'll edit them whenever I can for PYTE in Sussex. There's a lot of tweets for that. There's all of this for PYTE in Sussex. Alright, so let's get started. We're gonna start with this, Princess Diana's jean. I haven't posted much on my community board, but too many things going on and I'm busy too. Alright, so this is the first tweet. This video might not be that long because I don't have that many tweets. The way Princess Diana Spencer jeans claim Prince Harry's children is just so beautiful to witness. Alright, so these are the squad talking. God create thunder, not men. It is the best gift. Camilla and Charles, I guess, don't want to see them. Hence the passport fiasco. I was having some really skeptical thought about the passport thing, then when I read some of my comment, because I think there's one video that I did, and I read an article, and someone explained a little bit more of what was going on, which I was not aware of. So when I finally come across the article, I decided to read it, but I was still a bit doubt about it. Then some people in the comment section, I guess, who are in the UK, sort of clarified it a little bit more. But anyway, let's continue. There's not that many comments. It's like her spirit genes knew what was to come from Willie, so decided Prince Harry was the rightful one who was going to inherit the Spencer genes, because they knew he will carry on her legacy besides carving out his own legacy with the help of his wife, who knows her worth. Those Spencer genes are strong. I bet that piece of BP and KP, yep, yes. And the thing is that with the royal family, they don't want to mention Diana on anything, but when they want to sort of rescue themselves out of the hole they put themselves in, they want to use Princess Diana's name in some shape or form. You got William, who threw his own mother under the bus.
I would like to thank Lord Dyson and his team for the report. It is welcome that the BBC accepts Lord Dyson's findings in full, which are extremely concerning. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia, displayed woeful incompetence when investigating complaints and concerns about the programme, and were evasive in their reporting to the media and covered up what they knew from their internal investigation. It is my view that the deceitful way the interview was obtained substantially influenced what my mother said. The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse and has since hurt countless others. It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia, and isolation that I remember from those final years with her. But what saddens me most is that if the BBC had properly investigated the complaints and concerns first raised in 1995, my mother would have known that she had been deceived. She was failed not just by a rogue reporter, but by leaders at the BBC who looked the other way rather than asking the tough questions. It is my firm view that this Panorama programme holds no legitimacy and should never be aired again. It effectively established a false narrative which for over a quarter of a century has been commercialised by the BBC and others. This settled narrative now needs to be addressed by the BBC and anyone else who has written or intends to write about these events. In an era of fake news, public service broadcasting and a free press have never been more important. These failings, identified by investigative journalists, not only let my mother down and my family down.
When you would have thought that he was older, he would have understand and remember more of what his mother went through, but instead he threw her under the bus. But there's Harry doing his thing, carrying on her legacy. Next tweet, and then let's not forget, he made Daily Fail to apologize to his mom. Alright, the next tweet. The fact that Harry was ready to change for his mother's family name proves that they could have cared less about those royal titles that the royalist movement are pushing King Tampon to take away. But remember, in the docu-series, we learned that he was willing to relinquish the title. It's them, the royal family, who didn't want to do it. They want to use that to linger it. I mean, they wanted to use that against him. I don't know, I guess the thing that they consider themselves, those words, those alphabet things, those medals, it's like air and water to them. Harry grew up in this and he knows these things mean nothing. Alright, but let's continue. And with his latest desire to erase Harry's kids, Charles has also realized this truth. Okay, the only one comment here. The world will always love Prince Harry and Meghan because of all the impactful good they do, whether they are HRH or not, that is true. They took Diana's HRH away after the divorce, and it did not stop her from being globally loved. It's not the title that gave them power and reverence. That's it. Alright, this explained exactly what I was talking about, but on a more refined way. That's it. The titles, those ABCs mean nothing. But if you know your worth, what you could do, and you're showing and you're doing it, this is what people will remember. Not those freaking alphabets. And this is why I say I'm not going to talk about the Beckham, but there's things going around that he's going to receive his alphabet. So, like I said, let's leave that alone. Next week. So, the next few tweets, I think 3 or 4 of them, are different outlets that's talking about Lily's birthday. Okay? This is E! News. Princess Elizabeth Diana got to rule over the happiest place on earth. Okay, there's an article here, but I'm not gonna read it. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry gave daughter Elizabeth royal treatment with Disney birthday trip. Okay, sweet baby girl. I bet she was so happy. Yep. Not knowing she was the true princess. Wow. Racists hate her. It's full circle moment. I think this was, I mentioned it in one of my comments regarding something that was going between Disneyland, or is it Disney World, in Florida, with governor of Florida. What's the name? DeSantis. And then the legal team for Disneyland used some sort of a clause within the law and uses King Charles, his last remaining something, and I think this is what this is making reference to. So I'm gonna read it because I did bring it up in one of my videos, but I only showed a screenshot of my thumbnails that has it. Okay, Princess Elizabeth of Sussex, Meghan and Harry's beautiful biracial daughter, is currently the youngest descendant of King Charles and is therefore about to save Disney America from Ron DeSantis. That's exactly that. Okay? Oh damn, she tagged Orlando Sentinel. Elizabeth is officially America's princess now. Okay? This is part of the clause that was used to somewhat do something to save Disney, because Disney, okay, one of the things I did look in, and I go back to that video where Disney used some inhabitant land, whatever. When you go to Florida to Disneyland, it was one of those marsh land or something like that, and there was some agreement to revitalize that area and turn it into this, and then there was certain part of it that Disney was taking care of, but DeSantis came in and started bashing. Disney, and there was some tug of war that was going on. And it was around the same time as well. I'm telling you, those Republicans are selling off all the things that makes America great. Okay, go back to some of my videos where I talk about regarding the PGA, some other things, entertainment things that makes America what it is. It's like they were selling them off to different countries and things like that. So when they got to Disney, Disney was doing that tug of war with DeSantis. But anyway, this screenshot is, I believe, was taking part of the legal issues that was going on. Okay, so this is a quote. This essentially makes Disney the government. This board loses, for practical purposes, the majority of its ability to do anything beyond maintain the roads and maintain basic infrastructure. Among other things, a declaration of restrictive covenant spells out that the district is barred from using the Disney name without the cooperation, approval, or fanciful characters such as Mickey Mouse. There was something else that they did. There was a panel of board members. I'm just talking on top of my head, but go back to that video. It explained in more detail because it was fresh. Right now it's been a year or so since I did that video. There was a board member that was there to make decision for what was going on between Florida and Disney. And I think DeSantis, the governor, removed those board members, put its own people to, I guess, to do his bidding for him. So the lawyers for Disney used that clause about something King of England, and then they used that, and Lilibet is at that time was the youngest. Okay, I don't know if William gonna do any have any kids, but they use Lilibet because it's King Charles' grandchild as the youngest person until the age of 21 or something like that, and then something will kick in. And I didn't like this because I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but these people, things can happen. Alright, the declaration is valid until 21 years after the death of the last survivor of the descendant of King Charles III, King of England. It is deemed to violate rules against perpetuity according to the document. Go back to that old video where I first mentioned it because it explained it somewhat in more detail, because I think I read an article that explained it as well. So that was the thing I was trying to remember in the last video, whatever video that I mentioned it in. Okay, you all know this is going to be a Jeopardy question, right? Alright, trust Princess Diana to be sorting things out over in heaven. Prince Harry, Lilibet, Diana. That is true. Okay, yes. Princess Diana's baby girl saving Disney World for future generation to come. Alright, so there's all of that. And those Windsors have those longevity genes. And if she has children and they have children, all descendant of King Charles III could be centuries. Okay, a real life Disney princess saving her world. Okay, a strong argument could be made that she's officially a Disney princess. Okay, yes she is. There's all of that. A Disney princess. Epic on the irony. Love Disney. Knew they would be magical, and they're thinking. Then Disney, who did that little animated thing? Winnie the Pooh. Was it Disney? Okay, this is the most ironic, fabulous FU to Wanda and the Harry and Meghan haters. Love it. Okay, you just mad. This is what this is. Okay. Oh my God, my keyboard. Okay. Okay, you just mad. This is what the other brother wished for himself for. Alright, let's black this. Alright, let's move on. Alright, next tweet. This is another, how did I say that? Another outlet talking about it. NBC 10 Philadelphia. Princess Elizabeth Diana got to rule over the happiest place on earth. So there's an article about it. I'm not gonna read it, just focusing on the tweet. I stand this account, whoever is running it, you'll never miss when it comes to the Sussexes. Alright, so there's that. Pictures from the video. Okay, the headlines to this article is thumbs up. Yeah, the Sussexes are a beautiful family. There's the heart here. I hope they have a wonderful time. There's that. Well, you met, but why are you here? Wasting time. Alright, they stole the name from Queen. How much were you paid to put this trash on? The question is, how much did you get paid to type your stupidity? Let's black. Alright, so let's leave that alone. Next one, what is that? A real life princess meet Disney princess. I'm glad they went to enjoy precious time at Disneyland. Happy birthday, Princess Lily. Alright, so these are comments under that. Yearning for what they once had? Nah. Let's leave it as that. I was like, nah, they're just enjoying life. The kids probably don't even know about their royal from the father. Royalty should have been for royalty, but let's black. Let's go to the next one. Now, this is something I'm seeing about Victoria Arbiter. It's a retweet, and then we'll go into the thing itself. Alright, let's pause this. Okay, I think it is fair to say the British media don't hate much about the damage to the royal family, but more about the damage to the British media. They are finally being called out by fellow media company and ain't funny to them. The thing is that what's happening here, the royal family don't even know they are being self-destructive. There is a group of people, the same, the MAGAs. They have them, okay, right now it's being displayed in America. But that same mindset, those MAGAs are everywhere in every country. They work differently in every country, depend on the sentiment and the feel, the environment of their respective countries. At the end of the day, they want control of everything. Right now, those who are in power, alright, they befriended you, they do all of these things for self-destruction, and then once you are gone, they take over. Okay, this is the thing William did not understand. Harry understood that with in a different level. Okay, understand his position. You don't play with these people, keep it professional. But no, jealousy, which they train him. Okay, that goes back the same thing I usually say about the queen's father passed away. They sent the queen away overseas while she had a toddler who was gonna be a king eventually. Okay, they were molding the toddler to be the kind of a king that he is now, and then once he become king, they took over of the child. Okay, once they have the heir and the spare, they got rid of the mother. Okay, the same group of people who were inching in. Alright, they don't mind. Their mind are the same. What I mean, couple thought. They don't mind how long it takes because they're just chipping away until you see how the US, the UK is like matching. Their mindset, the way the tactics and things almost parallel. Okay, and this is why I say Harry and Meghan were the light that some people needed to see what was going on. But those group of people who's trying to rule the world, they have them everywhere. Okay, they're moving in a different speed because of the sentiment of the people. They study people. They see how the group, the vast operate, what they are thinking, the sentiment. Once they understand the group that they're trying to control, okay, now they play along. They give you things to make you think in a way that will be benefiting to them. It's hard to explain, but if you pay attention to things that's going on, you will understand. They play along with you, but at the same time, they're advising you to be on their side. But anyway, So did I finish with that? They are finally being called out by fellow media companies that ain't funny to them. Okay, there's no response to that. Let's go into that. Okay, let's pause this. LOL. It's all sit down and have a good laugh. There's that. Victoria Arbiter came on Australian TV to spew her usual anti-Sussex bow and was told by the presenter that the British press need to get over yourselves. The whole world is sick of British media crap. Alright, so let's listen to that. It's like a minute, 58 seconds.
Question the wisdom in releasing this to the public.
I don't know. It's just so normal.
I know, for once I actually felt like
come on.
Meghan was relatable. A woman that I don't think most women find
I mean, it's
that
easy
relatable.
for me to say from afar, but I would say get over yourselves. Like, you know,
What, Meghan and Harry?
No,
or the UK generally?
The UK press, you know. I'm just so.
Her face is changing. She was laughing with them, but when the guy said the UK press, her face started changing. The smile changed in a way. I'll try to put it when I'm editing, because there'll be screenshots.
I'm livid.
Here's the thing
I'm
that's-
livid. I mean, the late Queen did used to say, never complain, never revive. I mean, it's not the 1800s. Come on. I mean, everyone's using social media. I just feel like we should celebrate people being themselves. And if
they want to be relevant.
like, so be it. No?
What do
What's
you-
next for the Sussexes?
I like them more this week, I got
Yeah.
to say. I think we've hammered that home, that we're kind of on board with this. I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall when King Charles
I know.
first laid eyes on that video. I never know his reaction.
But you know what I'm gonna do? I didn't have it on. Oh, it's done. It's done. I'm gonna put part 2 of King Charles, who's revealing the dance that Harry and Meghan were doing next. Okay, I didn't have it on there, but I just move it. All right. So this seemed like it was somewhat edited. There's a couple parts I saw the cut. It's hard to see, but you could see the cut. All right, let's see here. Now the UK press are mad because we called them out, laughing my ass off. I think I shared this on my community board. KTV host Meghan and Harry remarks spark fury as disgusted viewers turn off. 2 Australian TV hosts have come under fire for their comment about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Because they were on the side of Harry and Meghan. I'm telling you, these people in the UK are freaking mobs. If you don't agree with them, they all come after you. Oh my God. If you understand what Harry and Meghan just went through, which they are still going through, it is huge. The whole sorry for my language. Well, I'm gonna bleep it out. The whole country, the media, I mean, the people within the country in the UK, some of them have different views. They're starting to explain their views. But when you're looking at the media aspect of things, these are freaking mobs. Now, because these two, we just saw the video, well, part of it, because they're not bashing Harry and Meghan. Now they're coming after them. TV host Meghan and Harry remarks sparks fury as disgusted viewers turn off. Okay, Australian TV hosts Alison Piotrowski and Clint Stanway have sparked backlash with their comments on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry presenting on the Today Show. The pair discussed Meghan and Harry's latest video, which showed the pair dancing on the viral Baby Mama song, which heavily pregnant women dance to before giving birth. In the video, Meghan is seen twerking and dancing in front of her hospital bed as she waits to give birth to baby Littlebet. The video, which she shared to mark her daughter's 4th birthday, has sparked controversy. Okay, discussing the video with royal commentator Victoria Arbiter, the host repeatedly cut her off as they praised Meghan for being related, as Victoria ended her commentary by saying she questioned the wisdom of releasing this to the public. Clint jumped in and said, "It's just so normal." Alison agreed for once. "I actually felt like Meghan was relatable, and most women don't find that relatable." Clint continued, "It's easy for me to say as a father, but it's just like, get over yourselves." To the press, "I'm so livid." Victoria tried to join in, saying, "Here's the thing." But Clint continued to discuss the Queen, saying, "I mean, The late Queen did say, never complain, never explain. They then discussed what King Charles' reaction to the video will be. As Victoria said, I imagine he will be rather befuddled, as she questioned why Harry and Meghan will invite more commentary from the public after sparking backlash previously. The thing is that this is her, Meghan's social media page. You guys don't like her. I don't understand why you guys are following her and then to complain about it. You don't like her? Don't follow her. Look how many things from the royal family I block, because I don't want to follow their stupidity. Unless if the squad bring the conversation or bring a screenshot about it. I don't follow to see everything that you guys post and then for me to complain about. She then speculated whether Harry and Meghan are trying to spark reaction from the royal family. Something, my God, it's like the world should be evolved around the institution, the royal family. Meghan had a fan base when she married into the royal family. Okay, this is what blindsided the institution did not see coming. Meghan came with her army. This is something I've said before. She came with an army that could have elevated the institution, but instead they only saw Meghan. It's like the Trojan horse type of thing. They only see the horse, but they don't know what was inside. That was all of Meghan's army behind her. So when you attacked her, you have all of her squaddies came after and protect her integrity. Share all the things that she was doing, and you tried to smear her name left and right. That woman even went on, was it before the Oprah interview, got paid to lie about a video she didn't even see.
We're going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
You've not seen the interview yet, have you? No. No, great. I think we have a fair idea of where the interview's going, and we have a fair idea.
You do, definitely.
Okay, great. Are you ready to go? Brilliant. Okay, let's go.
What was your overall impression of the interview?
Do you think, looking back now, that Oprah went rather soft on Harry and Meghan?
She did ask the tough questions. She had to ask the tough questions, but at the same time, I think she did ask those questions in a sympathetic light.
So what the hell is she talking about? My goodness. Clint continue, it's not the 1800s, everyone is using social media, and I just feel like we should celebrate people being themselves, so be it. Alison agree. I like them more this week. I think we hammered that home that we're on board with this. I would have liked to ban a fly on the wall when King Charles first saw this video, but we'll never know. This is when I thought about putting that other video, which I will share once I finish with that. The video, which was shared on YouTube, was met with backlash from viewers. As one said, the two anchors kind of liked it. Good Lord. Shame. Well, these are people who don't find joy in life. So many other women share their videos. Are other people upset about that? Another added, oh, you know what, you could finish with the rest. Let me put the other video that the squad put together. This is part 2. There's a part 1 of it. Alright, let's pause. Okay, oh my god, this is so funny. I need it to be reposted 1,000,000 times. Okay, 15 seconds.
And there's
the first one, part 1, was the video of Meghan dancing. Okay, it would have been even funnier if it was Meghan twerking. This person probably didn't see it. 100% bullseye, haha. Let me see if I could find it and put it for her. Alright, it took me a while to find it. Let me pause. Alright, so I'm responding to this. It would have been even funnier if it was Meghan twerking, lol. It was part 1. That's me responding. It was part 1. Someone did it already. Here, and I pointed here. Did I put it in the right one? This is different, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, this is the image and this is the twerking one, the video. Alright, so I have it right here. There it is here. LOL. There it is. forgot. I'm gonna have issues. I'm gonna have issues showing it, so I'm just gonna skim through it really quickly. The same way I take screenshot. There's dancing. Okay, so that's the video. Let's go to the next tweet. I took too long looking for this. Part 1, this is something different. I added to this list because while I was searching, I saw some other things I haven't shared with you. Next one. Meghan Markle can't win. If she says nothing, she's lazy. If she creates or shares moment with her kids, she's a narcissist. Maybe she finally got it. The people who hate her will always dislike her, so move forward despite the hate. You are trying to understand crazy people who feed their pathetic families by sitting the internet and YouTube making up scenarios about her life every single day. She honestly doesn't care about them, nor do her supporters, because we're just happy she left those demons in the UK. She wins. Okay, she said it loud and clear in case her action, is this too small? She said it loud and clear in case her action have not been clear enough. She's done playing the prove it game. I disagree that she cannot win. She won the minute she decided that random people with a microphone or a keyboard don't get to dictate the way she lives her life. True, and the hate comes more apparent. Fascinating. Yeah, I was shocked at how much venom that dancing video got. Was happy she's decided to actually live her life freely. When she's quiet, it's either marital problems, narrative, or she's got nothing to offer, or she's broke, or she's regretting. When she does anything, boom, she's a narcissist, she loves attention, blah blah blah. Never seen this. They're showing themselves, letting people see how crazy they are. Never seen this level of hatred for someone who isn't hurting anyone in any way. They all admitted they're the least important in the kingdom. Well, the important ones are living up to their expectation. Why are they so bothered with the ones they termed unimportant? Okay, she's cheap and nasty, but here you are. I don't even need to finish with that. Black. The hate affected her mental health while working for the royal family. She should just seek to disappear from the limelight. I understand they have bills to pay, but downside, none of your business. She does what she wants to do. Okay, so this is what I wrote here. Okay, she does what's best for her. Now that she understands the haters will always hate, she just has to be herself. She never told anyone to follow her social media pages. Okay, she never, why I put a question mark? Alright, she never told anyone to follow her social media pages. Why should she downsize or anything anyone says? This is where the question mark is. Okay, if she has a goal, she just needs to do what is required to achieve it. F-all. Alright, so let's leave that alone. Everybody wants to dictate to her what she needs to do. Meanwhile, she's doing her thing. Alright, next tweet. It reminds me of a tweet that I came across where the squad was saying, what is it? Netflix is looking at all the numbers, people who's liking her posts and things like that. She's a business, she's an icon. Whether you like her or not, she is who she is. Alright, next tweet. And I have two more after that. The demographic is also very jealous of Meghan Sussex. Alright. This is what happens when a wash-up anchor tries to come for Meghan Sussex. Okay. Oh my god, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. I didn't know it was that long. But let's listen. Screenshot.
Meghan Markle posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown. It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time.
I mean, this is a woman who's saying that when other women have posted similar things, and then Meghan had put it on her caption that she tried everything else because the baby was a week overdue or something like that. She tried everything to induce labor. Nothing worked until this was the last resort. If you go in her IG, this is what she said. Okay, let's go on IG. I'm just gonna read, let's pause. pause. Okay, 4 years ago today, this also happened. Both of our children were a week past their due date. Okay, she explained it. She didn't have to, but she did anyway. All right. So when spicy food, all that walking and acupuncture didn't work, there was only one thing left to do, and that was the dancing. And then we've seen other similar videos of pregnant women doing that. Okay, and there was one video I came across. This person was using a model of the uterus and the baby, a doll baby in front of it, as she does some of those dances, how it helps the pelvic. Okay, so for her, who was saying that? Okay, to come up and said so cringe and bizarre, what the hell? But let's listen to him.
Let's get the facts straight. When Meghan Kelly said out loud on camera, Meghan Sussex helped kill the Queen.
You helped kill the Queen.
What?
She didn't just humiliate herself. She tiptoed straight into a libel lawsuit because under US law, that's defamation. A false, malicious statement presented as fact that damages someone's reputation. Meghan Sussex is a public figure, yes, but the moment Meghan Kelly pushed that death accusation like it was true, she invited a legal team to come knocking. And if Meghan Sussex's lawyers are half as sharp as she is, they've already got the clip, the transcript, and the intent. This wasn't parody, this wasn't opinion, this wasn't satire. This was a woman drowning in irrelevance, weaponizing death to get clicks off a duchess. And if that sounds ghoulish, that's because it is. Let's be honest. Meghan Kelly doesn't hate Meghan Sussex because she's done anything wrong. She hates her because she did everything right and walked away from a system that Meghan Kelly still worships from the outside. Meghan Kelly spent her entire career begging for approval from white patriarchal institutions and still got dropped. Meghan Sussex married into one, exposed it, and then left with her dignity intact. That's why
right.
Meghan Kelly's obsessed. She can't stand...
He's spot on. He is spot on. Very thoroughly explained.
The fact that Meghan Sussex's existence makes her look small. She cannot stomach the fact that this black woman wasn't supposed to survive the royal machine, thrived. So now she's reduced to this. Frothing on YouTube about a pregnancy video like it's a national crisis. Screaming that dancing while pregnant is cringe while defending actual predators in suits and crowns. You want to talk...
And past video where I said something like they didn't want Meghan to come across to visit the body. Remember when the Queen died, they didn't even... I think Harry went by himself and they even left Harry. Okay, they took a plane and left him. Okay, it was Princess Anne who was there. Well, I don't know. I don't remember the full story, but Meghan wasn't there. They didn't want Meghan to be around. Okay, so in one video I said, thank God they did that. At least they cannot use that against her for anything. And I sort of, throw my nonsense, what she might have discovered if she had gone. But let's listen.
Talk about sacred? Talk about your journalistic standards. The ones you threw out the window the moment Fox News cut your check. She disrespected childbirth. Girl, are you hearing yourself? Meghan Sussex danced with her husband. That's
another thing I put in one video. In one tweet I responded and I said, and don't forget that was with her husband as well. And the other thing as well. As a woman, why would you say that? This is the thing I just don't understand with some of these women. I don't know if she has any kids or she ever been pregnant. Why would you say something like that? Let me pause and look for that thing so I can share it with you. Okay, I'm pausing the other one and then I'll go back to it. This is something that I responded to. Okay, I probably have shared this already. Charles wanted to be Camilla's tampon. Fine. Camilla giving him a BJ blowjob the night before his wedding with Diana. Okay, that's not the one, but the answer is, the response is under it. With her husband too. Okay, so it was that. Okay. Charles wanted to be Camilla's tampon. Fine. Camilla giving him a BJ. You should know what that means. The night before his wedding with Diana. Fine. Andrew's pedophile. Fine. William getting pegged. Fine. Kate grinding on William's friend. Fine. But God forbid Meghan dances while pregnant. And then this is what I said. With her husband, by the way. Never forget that. Okay, so that was with, I wanted to share that part with you guys. But anyway, let's finish this video.
That's disrespectful. Meanwhile, your allies on the right-wing media are platforming a man who thinks women shouldn't vote. But sure, let's police how Meghan shared her joy. She's a narcissist. Coming from a woman who turned getting fired into a 3-part docuseries about her own victimhood, the projection is so loud it's practically echoing. She cast aspersions on the royal family while Prince Philip was dying. No, she shared her truth about racism inside the institution. If you immediately assumed Philip, that's your own conscience, Meghan Kelly, not hers. Meghan Kelly's brand is built on punishing women of color who don't apologize for their existence. She went after Beyonce, Serena, Michelle Obama, and now Meghan Sussex.
Oh, did she? You see, this is what happened when I don't follow these people. One thing, was it her who, no, maybe it was somebody else who said to LeBron James to just dribble or something? I think it's someone else. Wow, I didn't know.
But Meghan Sussex broke her. Because Meghan Sussex did what Meghan Kelly never could. She walked away from power and never looked back. She spoke the truth and let the chips fall. She told the world, I'd rather be hated and freed than loved and silenced. And that triggered every insecure, washed-up media woman who spent her life chasing approval from the same system that eventually chewed her up and spat her out. Meghan Kelly is not a serious journalist. She's not even a serious commentator. She's a political pinup for bitter boomers and internet trolls. A woman with no remaining influence, throwing stones at someone who lives rent-free in her head. And the global conversation. And Meghan Sussex? She doesn't need to respond. She has peace, she has purpose, she has power. All the things Meghan Kelly pretended to have. Until Meghan Sussex's name became her only lifeline. So, Meghan Kelly, here's some advice. Before you speak about someone else's marriage, someone else's baby, someone else's joy, fix the cracks in your own legacy. Because all this ranting won't make you relevant. And it definitely won't make Meghan Sussex small. You didn't expose Meghan Sussex, Meghan Kelly. You exposed yourself as bitter, basic, and legally vulnerable. So watch your mouth before someone makes you eat your words in court.
Wow, that's very good. I like his commentary. Okay, just finding this out. FM2. Who's that? This Asian guy is pure misogyny on his account. Who's that? Alright, let's leave that alone. Vincent Khan. Did I win? Okay, there's that. Okay, Meghan. Nah, they coming for him. But he's telling the truth. I got 2 words for Meghan Markle. She tried to sue Meghan Kelly. Discover what? Alright, so these are the haters who's trying to, well, the truth is, I agree with him. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Haters, Simone Biles. Okay, so we're done with Harry and Meghan kind of topic. There's this here. Watching mediocre white women collectively lose their shit over Simone Biles and Meghan Markle is making my day. So I don't know what they're saying about Simone Biles, but let me read some of the comments. Okay, a couple of them I cannot see. White tears, cope. So it's not just me, lol. But I get it. I feel the same way when I see mediocre and racist white men lose their shit. I'm not naming them. Definitely not. So anti-vaxxers. That was okay. So it seems like a lot of these people, I cannot see their comments anyway. Okay. Okay. What the hell? Okay. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't, oh, maybe this will say, good thing guys don't compete against girls. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. So a lot of people are talking about it. So whatever it is, okay, June 6th. Maybe this one might explain. Let's pause. Is it to tell women to compete against men when you've already won your medals? You should be thanking champion like Riley Gaines for leading the fight for women's sport. At Simone Biles. Okay, so maybe she had said something. I don't know. Let me leave this topic alone. Okay, you see this? You could pause and video. I don't know how deep of controversial this topic is. Let's leave that alone. So that is it. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for vision. What vision board? Just vision. Let's look for image. Okay, pick a short one. Lord, help me to see your hand at work in my life. Open my eyes to the blessings and opportunities you provide each day. Amen. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I'll be doing another video that will be on Our Team Sussex. Thank you for watching.